Hello and welcome back. We are doing another live recording of Show Up on Video, the podcast. So if you jump in here during the live video, you can try to throw in something in the chat, but most likely I will get to it at the end of our stream. As always, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm doing a little bit of pivoting here. I'm filming straight in front of me with YouTube. I've got my phone filming me just for extra content. And I will be recording on my Rodecaster for the podcast Show Up on Video that is available in all your podcast apps. All right, here we go. Welcome back to Show Up on Video. I'm Donna Bowling, and today we're talking about something that I think is actually maybe, quite possibly, the biggest, if not one of the biggest reasons you're not creating video content, and it's this. You don't like what you're talking about. And sometimes what happens is when you're creating this video content, it takes you just this long to realize, hey, maybe it is not the fact that I don't like going on video. Maybe it is that I don't like what I'm talking about. So that's what we're going into today. I am the queen of the pivot. I've pivoted my business multiple times. So I'm going to share a little bit about that in this episode and share a little bit why I know when it's time to pivot. And that's based on content I'm creating and why. Okay, so first of all, this is brought to you by my program, Show Up on Video. If you want to jump into a 12-week group program where you get to get really comfortable creating video content for YouTube, for TikTok, for Instagram Reels, live video, etc., jump on in. I am the content creator's best friend. I do not make life more challenging creating video content. I help you figure out a way to involve your own day-to-day life and create amazing content that way. What we're going to talk about today is something that kind of brings me into also my co-working sessions. If you guys are listening to my content, if you follow me on Instagram or follow me over on TikTok, you see that I am starting this really cool free offer. This is absolutely free. It's called Show Up Padana. And basically what it is it's scratching an itch that I have, which is having more time with community, spending more time with other people that do what I do. They don't have to be content creators by nature, but maybe you're in real estate, maybe you're in interior design, maybe you're a food blogger, whatever it is, you have to create video content. You're feeling lost, you're feeling annoyed, you're feeling stuck, you're feeling all those things. Why not get together with a group of people who are in the same boat and have a co-working session where we can come up with ideas, we can ask questions. I am going to be there to answer questions, but also help you with your content and just be there. Just have a place to come in. And I know that when I connect with other people in my community and I really have that dedicated time to co-work, that's the time where I feel the best when it comes to content creation. I feel inspired and motivated and ready to go. So jump into the link. It's in my show notes as always, and jump on in to Show Up with Donna, my free co-working sessions. It starts next Thursday. Okay, so today what we're going to talk about is the idea of pivoting. And I'm sorry, we are long past the days where you have to stick on one straight and narrow, a straight line when it comes to your career. We are past that. It's all about figuring out how you want to navigate your life and your business, because I believe in 2022 and beyond, there are places for you where you were not aware of last year. New positions being opened up, new opportunities being opened up, especially in this creator economy world. We have so much ability to find that perfect thing that not only we love to do, but also the world needs, and the world is willing to pay for it. And those are the things that we have to kind of navigate ourselves through really rough, crazy waters to find. And a lot of my clients and a lot of people that follow me are in their 20s-ish, or even 30s actually, and they feel like a little bit like I felt before I changed my career at 37, lost, flailing, not sure exactly what it is that they want to do for a living. And now it doesn't mean that they don't have a job. They have a job, they have a career, but they don't love it. They don't love it. They're not feeling called to it. They're not feeling passionate by it. And those things are really, really important for the longevity of a career or a business, especially if you are now having to navigate talking about it and letting people know about it. These things are super, super important. Because think about this, if you're in a relationship, just like a husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, even a best friend, and you don't love them and you don't really care for them and you're not excited by them, you're probably not talking about them with all your friends. You know that feeling when you have a crush, you can't get them out of your mind, you're so excited, or a new relationship? Or how about you find a new TV show that you love or a podcast? I tell everyone and their mother about it. I get so excited and so passionate about things that I'm excited about that I want to tell everyone. But when there's something in my life that I'm not that excited about, something that I'm kind of just bored with, maybe, I don't want to tell the world. I find it boring. If I'm bored by it, why would I want to bother you now and tell you that? And so what happens is a lot of times we find ourselves in businesses, in careers where we are talking about something consistently, content wise. We're creating content, we're creating, Instagram carousels, we're now creating video content, TikTok content, even YouTube podcasts, and we have no ambition or drive to create about it. We don't want to. We're bored by it. This was me. When I was 37 years old, I talked pretty openly about the fact that I kind of just like had almost like a midlife crisis, a little early for midlife, but you know what I mean? And I basically found myself like, I don't want to do what I do. I don't want to cast anymore. I don't want to be an agent anymore. WTF. I'm just going to be a stay-at-home mom. And then I quickly realized, whoa, 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 whoa. I cannot be a stay-at-home mom. I don't have the patience for that. I don't have the energy for that. I need to go back to work. But I needed to find something that I really loved. And so I started working with actors because it made the most sense. And here's something I'm going to tell you. When you are kind of going through this career journey and figuring out exactly what your quote unquote niche is or your category is, this is going to help you, because what you have to do sometimes is what you don't want to be doing to figure out what you need to be doing. Let me say that again. Sometimes you don't know what you need to be doing until you do all the things that you don't want to do. You don't realize you don't want to do them until you do them. And then you say, holy cannoli, that was not for me. It's like when you take a bunch of clients, you don't realize which ones are your ideal dream clients and which ones are clients you never want to see again until you work with both. And then you realize, I need more of these and many less of those. But you need to go through the bad experience or the tough experience. So I found working with actors as the most viable approach to starting my own business. And I'm grateful for it because it gave me kind of that room to figure out how to create a podcast, how to create video content, how to talk on stories, how to make money, how to start a business. And I did all of that working with actors, and I knew it wasn't my passion. And that's why after about 50 episodes of the podcast, I said, I'm done. I can't work on Young Actors Guide anymore. That was my podcast name. I have nothing else to say. I have exhausted it. I was done working with young actors for a variety of reasons, but that was something that really was a aha moment for me. I wasn't excited about creating the content. And if you wake up in the morning and you're like, I don't want to go on social media and create today. I don't want to write a podcast. I don't want to write an email. And like, sure, some of us don't like writing emails. I don't. I hire someone to help me write emails. Some of us don't like creating video content, but you have to. And usually it has to be you. And some of us don't like doing the podcast and doing all the carousels and all the whatnot. But we have to actually create content to market our businesses. There's no other way. Okay. You can rely only on paid ads, but like, let's be real here. The best way to market your business as a new business owner or as a small business owner is organic marketing. So sometimes we have to rip off that Band-Aid and do what's hard. But I think there's a difference between saying, hey, I don't like writing emails, or I love what I do. I just don't want to write me emails about it. Right? Let me explain that a little bit better. There's a difference between saying, hey, I really, really dislike getting on video, versus I don't mind getting on video. I just don't know what to talk about. I have no idea what to say. This is boring. Because that's the difference, I think. I think a lot of us are actually okay being on video. Some of us are not, and we'll do many episodes about confidence on camera. But if you are okay creating video content, think about this. If you're actually okay creating video content for fun. You wouldn't mind doing some skits, some dances, some lip syncing, all that. But then when it comes to face to camera, going live, talking about your business, that's when you freeze. That is a really important piece of data to think about. Are you excited, passionate, interested in what it is that you're talking about anymore? Is this something that you truly feel you could like go the distance with? If you were stuck in an elevator, I mean, talk about anxiety producing, but if you were stuck in an elevator for 1 hour and a person next to you said, "Hey, we have an hour to kill. Tell me about it." What would you talk about for 1 hour? What excites you the most? Now, I get it. It's your business. There could be other things you want to talk about more. Maybe you want to talk about, Real Housewives like me, or maybe sports, or maybe makeup. But do you love talking about your work? Do you love what you do? Do you love sharing your tips, your tricks? Do you love telling everyone about the ups and the downs? Do you like getting someone inspired to do what you do in their own home or in their own business? I do, but I wasn't always this way. And so, for those of you that are finding yourself feeling really stuck and not really excited to create content, you may want to start thinking about, is it the content that you don't want to create, or do you not want to create about that topic? And I actually believe that because we're forced to have to talk so much and market so much and advertise, and I say advertise with quotes, so much about our business consistently in order to stand out online because there's so much noise. I think more people now, more than ever, are starting to realize, hey, I don't really know if I like what I do. Maybe it's time to pivot. And it's not a bad thing. Pivot has such a kind of like a weird inclination. Like, I think a lot of people tend to think pivot is like, oh, she's pivoting again. Actually, I've gotten that comment before in the past, where someone was like, oh, she loves to change her business all the time. Every 3 months she's pivoting. And I'm like, yeah, and I have never once ever judged one person for pivoting. Pivoting is incredible thing. Pivoting means that you're finding something, you're getting closer to the end goal here. You're finding something that you realize, hey, that's not working for me. Let me try this. This feels like it's going to light me up more. I'm going to be better at this. I don't like doing what I was doing before. That doesn't light me up anymore. And so pivoting is an amazing thing, and creating video content, it gets you there faster because it's like you can't fake it anymore. Because as consumers with so much content on TikTok, YouTube, podcasts, etc., Instagram, we don't want to fall for watching someone that is not passionate about what they are talking about. If you were not excited about what you were talking about, girl, bye. Right? If you're not excited about what you're talking about, I'm going to find someone else that is. I'm going to find someone else that is telling me exactly what you're telling me, but they are keeping my interest. They're charismatic. They're excited. They're compelling. They're passionate. And that is the person who's getting my money. That is definitely the person who's getting my follow. So you need to be that person. And you all can be that person. See, I guarantee that every single person that is listening to this or watching this, every single one of you have that one thing that lights you up. But, I can hear what you're saying. Okay, fine. Yeah. So Marvel movies light me up, but now what? Or, getting my hair done lights me up, or going to see movies or cocktails light me up, but then what? That has nothing to do with my business. I'm a social media person, or I am a graphic designer, I'm an interior designer, I'm a nutritionist. It doesn't matter. Yes, it does. And here's why. Because if you know you have that passion inside of you and it's in there about something, and then you go to your day job or your work and you start to create content about something that you're not excited about, we have to do something about this.
Could you say that again? My apologies.
No, Siri, I cannot.
What you said.
No, I can't hear what you're saying. Okay, so what we have to figure out here is how to merge the two. You don't have to immediately say, hey, okay, I'm an interior designer, but what I'm really passionate about is talking about cooking. Cooking excites me so much. Why don't we find a way to create video content that merges cooking and dream kitchens? Boom. Okay, so you are a real estate agent. Again, I'm back in houses, but you love dogs. You love talking about animals. So let's talk about really cool things you can do in your homes or the best backyards you've ever seen for dogs. The best dog storage containers or the best homes that you've seen. What are the best, happiest locations to live when you're an animal owner? Do you see there is a way to find the time and the energy and the ability to merge two pieces of content, two different topics, one that you have to do and one that you're obsessed with together, which is why I like to talk about reality TV, pop culture, and marketing, and I bring it all together. I will talk in my content, I will take a reality show situation and I will turn that into content about what you should and shouldn't be doing in social situations or the best ways to do interviews, media training, etc. These are things that I can take my favorite things and also what I do and merge them. But see, I don't even have to do that much because I actually have found what I'm passionate about. And so can you. You will find what you're passionate about if you give yourself a little bit of time. Because here's the thing in life right now, you guys, you don't have to have it all perfect. We're building in public. That's literally what we do. We are building in public. We are constantly trying to figure out what is next for our business, for our careers, for our families, for our social media, for our video content, for our employees. We're figuring it all out as we go. There is no rule book for business in this time, in this day and age. There is no rule book because everything that we're going through is the first time we've ever gone through it. Because business the way it is now in mid 2022 is very different than the way it was in 2019. And it's very different than it will be in 2025. It's just a matter of time. Technology changes in business. Did we think we were going to get a freaking pandemic? Everything changes all the time. So we are constantly building in public. So if you don't know exactly what it is that you want to be talking about in your content and creating content about, don't give yourself a hard time. Build in public. Figure it out as you go. F up and do it over again. Mess up and then do it again. Mess up so many times that messing up or failing or struggling or as they say, flopping doesn't even affect you. I created a TikTok yesterday, you guys. I thought I was gonna nail it. I was like, I got this one in the bag. 24 hours later, it's got 136 views. 24 hours later. Didn't do it. Am I going to delete it? Absolutely not. It's all part of the game here. I'm figuring it out in public with you because I never come to you as the expert of all things Instagram, video, TikTok, YouTube, all the social media. Hell, there's no expert. But I am just obsessed with it. And I am passionate about it. And I also know that I'm good at it. And I know that I can help you be good at it too. And that on its own is enough for me to keep on creating compelling, exciting content that will grow my following by the day and get more followers and listeners and subscribers and email list people and people that buy my courses and my programs and hire me one-on-one and book me on their podcast every single day because I am so freaking passionate about what I do and I want you to be too. So if this episode resonated with you in any way, share it with any of your friends. Please make sure to leave a 5-star review if you loved it. Make sure to leave a rating and a review. That helps me so much. You can do it over on Spotify. You can do it on Apple Podcasts, but I do this absolutely for free. So if this helps you and you enjoy these episodes, just let me know in some capacity. Leave a review, shoot me a DM, and maybe I'll get a Starbucks on me. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing day. And click the link below to learn all the things and join my co-working session next week. Bye.